Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to part 2 of my predictions for the NBA season. And for this part, I'm going to talk about the NBA teams this time. And I'm going to try and read through this really quick because the Boston Red Sox are playing right now against the Astros as we speak. And I want to rush through and get this over with so I can go watch the game. Alright, sorry guys, I'm just kidding. I'll be here and present. So I'm gonna break this down by conference, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you guys the top seed from each conference and the surprise teams, and the winners for both conferences, and at the end I'm gonna talk about who's gonna win the championship between the conference champions. Alright, so let's start off with the Eastern Conference. So the top seed I chose is the Boston Celtics, and not just because I'm a fan of the team, but I think their starting five is one of the best in the NBA, if not the best. They're right there along with the Warriors probably. I think that's the only team that I can compare them to as far as the starting five. The bench is also ridiculously deep and it's very talented with Rozier, Smart, Marcus Morris is also there, and Robert Williams might emerge as like a rookie of the year candidate and stuff. And the only issues I really see with the Celtics is health and reintegrating like all the new guys and guys who are coming back, i.e. Kyrie Irving, who's coming off knee surgery, and Gordon Hayward, obviously he injured his leg damn near a year ago. So that's really going to be the only issue for them. So I see them winning a lot of games. They could possibly win 60, and they're going to need it because if they're going to the finals and say you're up against the Warriors, you better have home court advantage against them because it's going to be tough to win in Oracle. And the Cavs got lucky 2 years ago and they shouldn't have even been there, but Warriors choke, they blew a 3-1 lead. Reminder. But anyways, moving on, the surprise teams are going to be... I have 2 surprise teams for the East. And look at that. That should have been a flop by... a foul should have been called there. My bad. Alright. So my surprise teams for the Eastern Conference is going to be the Milwaukee Bucks and the Washington Wizards. Let's talk about the Bucks first. And if you watched my video yesterday, you guys know that I picked Giannis to win the MVP and Mike Budenholzer to be the Coach of the Year. And the main reason why I'm picking the Bucks to do some damage in the East is because, again, they upgraded the coach. Jason Kidd and whoever they had last... Oh, shit. That actually scared me because I was reading on my phone. But, yeah. Budenholzer is going to be much of an upgrade over Jason Kidd and that assistant. And I expect them to have more of an identity as a team this time around. And I expect them to play a more free-form offense with Budenholzer, who ran that system with the Spurs. So I expect them to be better, and I expect Giannis to just put on a show, and I think he's gonna be the best player in the East, or possibly even the NBA by season's end. But that's my take on the Bucks. And the Washington Wizards, I picked them because from last year they underperformed. They had too many. The reason why they sucked last year was or they didn't meet expectations was obviously John Wall had some issues with his health, and TJ McConnell, I decided to take a soul and then have Kristaps Porzingis commit white-on-white crime. Yep. Look at that.
Oh, shit!
Oh, man. That's odd commentating, but... Yeah, so the Wizards, they underperformed, and I think this season, John Wall, I expect John Wall to be healthy, and he's going to be among the top 5 point guards in the NBA again, and I feel like they upgraded at center with Dwight Howard, and I still believe... I don't like Dwight, but I still believe in his talent, and his rim protecting is something that's going to be useful in today's NBA, so I got that going. So those are my surprise teams, the Bucks and the Wizards. And the conference is going to be fought between the Celtics and the Sixers in the conference finals, and I see the Celtics beating the Sixers again because talk. I think the Sixers, they're very talented. I think they have like two guys who are going to be potentially top 10, not only in the NBA, but possibly in the history. I mean, it's not too far-fetched, but they have too many specialists outside of that. Like, JJ Redick is only a three-point shooter. I mean, he's shown flashes that he can defend, but other than that, like, he's above average in the defense for sure, but he's not as good. Or he's not like, you're not gonna ask him to defend like the best player on another guy's team or another team. Sorry. So yeah, that's just an example, and I think the Celtics they have the versatility and they have the style to win the playoffs. So that's it for the East. So let's go to the West really quick, and the top seed, I mean, it's easy. It's going to be the Golden State Warriors again. They weren't last year, but I think they will be again this year, and they upgrade at center, obviously DeMarcus Cousins, and this is going to be the last season their last season at Oakland, so I expect them to be fully motivated and put on a show for them, and they're going to be extra motivated, and that's all really I can say to them, and I think it's no argument that they're the best team in the East, or the West, sorry. For surprise teams, I went with the Dallas Mavericks and the Denver Nuggets. I think the Mavs are going to be much better. They're too I think they're too talented to miss the playoffs or not even fight for it. And Luka Doncic is going to be the difference maker for them, and he's a great playmaker, and I expect him to run the offense efficiently, and he's just going to make a difference. And they have good coaches as well. Harrison Barnes is still there. He's a good player. So, yeah. And I said Denver too because I feel like they're due to make a run for the playoffs and even win some series if they can. So, yeah. The game's over, and I got to breeze through this really quick. The conference finals, I'm going to say the Warriors and the Los Angeles Lakers. And I feel like the Warriors are still going to beat them, but the reason I picked the Lakers is because the way they're structured, I think their defense is built to play against the Warriors, and as you can see from like the past couple of years, the Lakers have had victories over the Warriors, and they're just like, I can compare them to Boston as far as like defensive versatility with all the switching and stuff like that. So yeah, but I still think that the Warriors are too talented to lose, and that's the reason why I'm gonna pick them, and they're just too talented and too good. And so that being said, we got the Celtics in the East and the Warriors in the West. I'm gonna pick the Celtics to win it all. Yep. I'm not just being a fanboy. I really think they can win it. The Warriors I feel like fatigue mentally is gonna be there. I mean, they're gonna be motivated to win for Oakland, but they've been at 5 straight finals, and no one's three-peated in 16 years with the Lakers and those Kobe and Shaq teams. But yeah, and the Celtics, they're going to be just as good, and at that point I feel like Kyrie and Gordon Hayward are going to be fully integrated back into the system. So, and I think they're going to be a top 5 offense this year. Now that Gordon Hayward's here and Tatum and Brown are better offensively, and they're going to be a top 3 defense again, and that's what you need in order to win a championship. And I feel like if it came down to Game 7, it's going to be in TD Garden. So I'm picking the Celtics. And there you have it for this season. And obviously the stats here are lingering for a while now. Just going to talk about it really quick. We beat the Sixers, and I set the tone earlier. Went more aggressive compared to that Pacers game, but I was still inefficient, as you can see with the 7 turnovers. But that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you like this video. Please comment in the section below, like, what are your predictions for the champions and stuff like that. And make sure you hit the subscribe button if you want to see more, and hit that bell so you can get alerts from me really quick. So that's going to do it for part 2 of the NBA season. The season's going to start today. So October 16th. And man, it's going to be a ride. I'm going to enjoy the season, guys. So my name is Drew Oji-san, guys, and I'm out. See you later. Bye.